Good morning and welcome. Thank you for joining me here today. If you found yourself here, there may be a message for your healing journey, soul's evolution, transformation, or simply information. Today I would like to talk a little bit about being a victim of narcissistic abuse and what that may do to you and what you may be feeling about yourself and how you got into this. So if you were an empath and you have that narcissist dynamic going on, maybe you were like me and didn't have any clue that they had those personality disorders and you didn't live with them. But as soon as you did, you found out who they really were, their true self, or who they were projecting to be. And in hindsight, once you unpacked and unfold everything, you can see that there was a plan that they had in place, but you weren't aware, and it's disharmony in your body, right? Because you wonder why, and usually, and I can tell you that from experience, you're the last person to forgive yourself, right? Because you didn't know. So what I'm telling you right now up front, if you are just entering, you're disengaging from this type of person, I honor and respect you, because it takes courage to do those things, to not be in denial anymore and be honest with yourself, right? Because there was a lot of doubt and projection and manipulation, and if you had anybody that was on the dark side and they had addictions, and maybe you saw things you didn't want to see or didn't want to talk about it, you just worked through your adversities, and maybe everything that they said to you is starting to not make sense, or maybe you were like me, your life was at stake, literally, but you were in a position where you really couldn't leave, just like most abusers, and you didn't want to let somebody down, children and animals and family, and thought maybe they were going through some things that they could figure out, and they didn't. Things just got worse. So that's, their plan, using people to hurt them and harm them, including children and other people. So I want to honestly tell you it's in your best interest. If this is your situation, I would highly recommend you get your affairs in order, and your self-esteem will come along later, but it will be worth it. Trust me. I know. You need to find your happiness, no matter how much empathy you have or compassion for somebody that maybe have had childhood wounds, right? Trauma that they've told you anyway. You didn't validate it with anybody or verify, but maybe you just know because you could feel it in their energy. So, but when things get twisted and your life is at stake, it's not worth it. So make plans, get your affairs in order, and there's a whole nother ballgame what happens when you leave you're unaware of, that I've talked about in many other readings here and voicemails, and we can learn as we grow, right? Ebb and flow of life. So the higher picture is saving yourself. It's imperative. And make sure you have facts in order, and domestic abuse, if you have to, turn to them, that's great, and somebody to write an order in the county that you live in, or move first and get an order in the county you currently live in or reside in with whomever can keep you safe. It's important to know that you have backing and stability, and that you are in a safe and sacred space for your healing journey, and that I know to be true. So your happiness matters, and let me just tell you, your happiness matters. Your happiness matters, and you matter. And hear me again, you matter. You matter. Why do I say it 3 times? Because I want you to feel it, hear it, and see it, and just know it. Maybe not today, but take one step at a time. Have the courage to change the things you can, and the wisdom and great discernment to know the difference. When you have your order in place, it's nice to have somebody advocate for you, and find somebody, an attorney that knows a lot about a lot. And so that will help them make sure the order's in place. And trust me, you should get it for the extended time that you can, especially if you were unsafe or they have weapons and or done things to you that are unjust, which is not okay, by the way, no matter what they've told you. No matter what, being unsafe is being unsafe. And these people that are dangerous, and they are, will hurt you any which way they can. And when you leave and have your order in place and get your life back on track, make sure that you take care of yourself, the things that matter. And maybe you've lost some friends, and maybe you've distanced yourself because you were afraid to heal with those people that are surrounding other people that aren't healing. And that's a perfect thing for you to do. Find your freedom and the space to heal. There's lots of people out there that can help you if you need professional help or energetic help, or just maybe meet some new people and take a walk. It's important to find the things that are meaningful to you and that matter. Your family, your friends, your children will get to know you again, and your healing journey begins, right? And maybe you have some humor along the way, and you can be honest with yourself and say, I didn't know what I didn't know. And then hopefully one day you will look at yourself and say, I forgive you too. Meaning yourself, I forgive you and I love you. I honor and respect you for the journey, right? It doesn't stop from here, but at least surround yourself with people that can protect you and that have your back no matter what. And your legal system should do the same. Have the courage to do the things that you wish to do and change the things in your life and be your own day maker. And that's important too. Living in denial, fear, regret, shame, sorrow will only keep you trapped, right? There's a rearview mirror for a reason. That's your old self. Be the highest version of yourself and circle yourself with your new soul tribe that you can fully be yourself in your divine essence. And don't worry, no matter what anybody told you, you are perfect the way you are, because that's God's plan, or whoever you believe in, source, divine, God. It's all the creator, how you came in here and how you're going out, whatever you believe in. And that does evolve over time. Now, if you are an empath dealing with this narcissistic person, you will have to have steps in place for the rest of your life. As long as they're alive, they create chaos. Anything possible, especially if they dabble in the dark side and you didn't know that. You wonder why things happen to you, your children, and really events that are so bizarre. Well, they're behind it, so just be careful, all right? So hopefully you don't have your phone line on theirs, or you have a different car. They easily can put trackers in and hack into your accounts. If you've noticed this, do something about it immediately. And don't wait. But like me, sometimes you're really doing well and all of a sudden your credit score drops and people behind the scenes are doing crazy shit. So don't worry. God has a very special plan for these lower level energies that are less than desired in life or around you. They'll circle around and try and reclaim their space with you, but it's never desired, never safe. It never will be. That's why you've moved on, and just remember that. Just remember, your life matters, and your sacred vessel matters. If you have family and friends, they matter. So you will have in your life people that keep you safe and sacred and know who you are no matter what. Keep your chin up, and you can get through this. We'll all ride the wings of faith and hope, right, for our future. For without hope and faith, you won't be able to heal from these crazy things. So whatever you believe in it full-heartedly, wholeheartedly. And I know I bring up Brené Brown a lot, but I love that woman. She is fierce, and I love women who can be fierce and bold and put the message out there and be vulnerable and be authentic. Tell your story because you matter. So just remember, your self-esteem comes along with your sacred energy that you've healed, and nobody can tear that down from you. No matter what. And if you're worried about finding love, you will. God has a very special plan, But just remember to take care of you first. Have the courage to know the difference. And if you have a decision you need to make, give yourself some time. Put a time on it and just ask for the right thing to line up, and it will. It always does. When you ask for the highest and most powerful experience for you to have, it will line up. And laugh at yourself too. Dance in the rain, It's important to do those things that make you feel good. Line up with people that make you feel good. And be happy in life. Have empathy for yourself, because you've had it for everybody else. Releasing fear, shame, trauma, grief, and sorrow is important from your sacred energy, because it has been compromised by these people that prey upon it. And that's why they like people that are empaths and intuitives. They can give out a lot of compassion, and they have great energy, and they come from the heart space. But it's the very same thing they despise, right? So it's a little twisted on their end. But keep moving forward. Faith over fear, and hope for your healing journey. And don't forget humor. It's okay to laugh at your journey, because sometimes it's not uniquely yours. Somebody projects it into yours, but they will be bounced out. No, don't worry. Pray up. That's what I say. Pray up, or whatever you believe in. It's important, because you are important. Dance in your sacred energy. Laugh. Find humor. Dance in the rain. And yes, go ahead and eat that ice cream. You deserve it. You've been through hell and back. Do what you feel like doing, what's in your highest, right? But do it in moderation. So I hope this helps today. Remember, look at yourself and say, yes, I have the war wounds just like mothers. Life changes, right? After birth, birth your new life and be creative. Express yourself in ways that matter. And if people don't like it, well, maybe they don't deserve to be in your circle anymore. Stand up for yourself. Live with integrity, respect. Be faithful to yourself before you share it with somebody else. So I hope this helps today. Self-care is sacred. Take care of you, because you matter. Namaste.